Hey and welcome to my next video, which is gonna be about 20 things you need to know before traveling Malawi. Malawi is a beautiful country in southern Africa, and it's a combination of wildlife, culture, beach and landscape. And I put together a list of 20 things you need to know before traveling Malawi. So let's start. Number one, the people. The people are called the warm heart of Africa. And it's true. Like, they are super welcoming, they are super friendly, they are super hospitable. I can just encourage you, mingle with the locals, because they gonna invite you for breakfast, they're gonna invite you to their houses, and then that's the best way for you to actually get to know the culture. Also, one more thing that I found really funny, they have like the funniest names ever. Like, we met Chicken Pizza, we met Planet, we met like Happy Coconut. So like Eminem, it was super funny, so be prepared for that. So number two is how to get there. So there's two ways actually. By plane is a little bit time consuming because you have to switch planes quite often. Number two, you can also get there by bus, like especially when you travel Africa. And there are different ways of getting there, but like bus, for example, is Intercape. You can come there like from Johannesburg, for example. But also it's really time consuming, just to be aware of that. Number three, public transportation in Malawi itself. So what I can say, like we went with a car, with like a rental car, because it was like the four of us. But I do know that public transportation works really well. There are buses going everywhere, but same here, what you need to bring is time. So, number four, what to see in Malawi. It's definitely worth it to go to Cape Maclear, Malawi's version of Côte d'Azur, to see Liwonde National Park, to hike Mount Mulanje, to see Senga Bay, which is a super nice beach town, to visit Kande Beach, which is also like an amazing beach town, or like a village actually, it's more like a village. Then to go to Nkata Bay, which is like a bustling fishing village. And then also Mzuzu is like a university town. Likoma Island is also a beautiful island in Lake Malawi, so don't miss out on that either. So number five, internet and SIM card. So it's always good to get like a SIM card in Malawi. I got mine at the airport, but you can find like literally stands everywhere where you can get like SIM cards, where you can get airtime, where you can get data. I got one from Vodafone, but there are other providers. The reception, it depends on where you are. I experienced that I had like a better reception in the rural areas than Lilongwe, but it's always good to have like a local SIM card. Number six, food and street food. So you should definitely try local food. There is, for example, CHAMBO and KAMPANGO, which is fish like that you can only find in Lake Malawi. And they usually serve it with NSIMA, which is sort of a maize meal. This you have to try, but then NSIMA they also serve with local chicken or local beef. And then when it comes to street food, you definitely have to try fried cassava, fried banana, mandazi. There is bonya, which is dried fish. And yeah, please don't miss out on that. So number seven, best travel season is like between May and October, because it's the driest season, or like the drier season, and the temperatures are amazing. Number eight, language. So there are like about 16 listed languages in Malawi, but the language that is actually spoken by everyone is CHICHEWA, but then also most of the people, like I think it happened to us only one time, where people wouldn't speak English, but most of them, they actually speak English. But CHICHEWA is the language that they speak. and it's always good to learn like a few words in Chichewa. I'm gonna upload a video of how to speak Chichewa soon, so don't miss out on that. Number 9, accommodation and places where to stay. I put together a list of the places we stayed and which I can definitely recommend on my blog post, but also you can find it in the descriptions below, so check it out. Number 10, toiletries. Either you go shopping like in the bigger cities like Lilongwe or like Blantyre or Mzuzu. What I found was really tough to find in the rural areas or like in the small villages is like shampoo, and then everything else that you actually need or that you have like special things that you use, rather get it from home. Number 11, safety. So I personally found that Malawi is super safe, but still use common sense and keep in mind that Malawi is the poorest country in the world, and then don't show off with like super expensive things. Number 12, visa. So most nationalities need a visa to travel Malawi. I got my visa straight at the airport. Don't forget to either bring a credit card or US dollar. And yeah, but then also it depends on embassies. You can also get your visa in advance, like at the Malawian embassies. Number 13, malaria. Yes, malaria do exist, and so don't forget to like speak to a doctor, spray yourself, get malaria precautions. And what I personally did, I took malaria pills just in case I get it with me from Malawi, because then I can actually take them just in case I'm gonna get it. Number 14, blackouts. What happens in Malawi quite often is like other numerous blackouts, or like in some villages they even switch off electricity at some point, but you get used to it. And then also most backpackers and lodges, they do have generators. Number 15, water supply. So there might be days where there's no water coming out of the tap, and we've experienced that twice in Lilongwe, but then also, and this is the capital, right? Keep that in mind. But then also most of the backpackers, places to stay, they do have water tanks, so yeah, just for you to know. Number 16, tap water. Personally, I wouldn't recommend drinking tap water. Like, you can find bottled water all over the country. What I did, I was drinking water from the boreholes that they pump, like that they still pump, and which was quite okay, so nothing happened to me, but like, yeah, rather buy bottled water. Number 17, Lake Malawi and BILHARZIA. Malawi has like a beautiful lake. It's like so beautiful, definitely. But also when swimming in Lake Malawi, unfortunately, you have to keep something in mind, BILHARZIA, which is like a parasitic infection that can, or like a parasite that can cause like a severe sickness. So what I did, I had to take like, I took pills with me, but then you can still get that somewhere else also. But you have to take those pills just to make sure that you don't get it. Fortunately, nothing happened to me. I took the pills like 6 weeks after, but definitely speak about that with a doctor as well. Number 18, money and ATMs. Money. So the currency I told you already is KWACHAs, Malawian KWACHAs, but you can actually pay with US dollars everywhere. What I would recommend, like what I'm definitely recommending, is get your money sorted in the big cities like Lilongwe, Mzuzu or Blantyre, because sometimes in the small villages, rural areas, it's so tough to find, like to either find the ATM, then to find the ATM that is working. And then I had the problem, like I only have MasterCard, so, and they would only accept Visa. So at some point I actually got like a really, like a serious problem of getting money. Find my blog post how to survive Malawi with $1 for 2 days. That's why I wrote this. So please get your money sorted before you come to Malawi, like before you not before you come to Malawi, but before you go to the smaller villages. Number 19, the Malawian kids. The Malawian kids are super amazing. Everywhere we stopped, they loved being photographed, they loved being recorded, and that's what we actually did. Like, we took 1,000, literally 1,000 selfies with all the Malawian kids, and we were like recording them. It was super nice. Don't miss out on that. Then number 20, the party vibe. So what was really crazy to see in Malawi, everywhere we went to, and no matter if it's like 11 o'clock in the morning or if it's like 10 o'clock in the evening or like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, they were partying every time. Like, they were partying. There was always something going on in a local pub, in a local bar, whatsoever. So be prepared for that. 11 o'clock, you can have your first beer, you can dance to African house music. They party everywhere. So yeah, and that's basically what I found important to let you know before you travel Malawi. If you like my video, give it a thumbs up, please. Subscribe to my channel, and also leave me a comment if you want to know something else that I've maybe missed out on. And yeah, I'm gonna see you the next time. Bye bye.